The Florida Department of Transportation, Florida's Turnpike Enterprise, welcomes you to the Alternatives Public Information Meeting for the Poinciana Parkway Extension Project Development and Environment, or PD&E, study from County Road 532 in Polk County to north of the I-4 State Road 429 interchange in Osceola County. The environmental review, consultation, and other actions required by applicable federal environmental laws for this project are being or have been carried out by the Florida Department of Transportation pursuant to 23 United States Code Section 327 and a Memorandum of Understanding dated December 14, 2016, and executed by the Federal Highway Administration and FDOT. This project is being developed in accordance with the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Under Title VI of the Civil Rights Act, public participation is solicited without regard to race, color, national origin, age, sex, religion, disability, or family status. Please contact one of the Title VI coordinators shown here to express any concerns regarding Florida Turnpike's compliance with Title VI. This is the agenda for tonight's meeting. The purpose of this meeting is to provide you with an overview of the study, including information on the PD&E process, project needs, alternatives considered, the public involvement process, and the study schedule. This meeting also provides the opportunity for you to ask questions and give input on the study. The agenda item is shown in the upper right-hand corner of each slide. A PD&E study determines if there is an engineering and environmentally feasible alternative to meet the future needs determined in the planning phase. It involves the preparation of preliminary engineering and environmental documentation. Key components of the PD&E process include an evaluation of existing conditions, identification of future traffic needs, development of alternatives, and an evaluation of the alternatives based on environmental and engineering factors. An important component of the PD&E process is public and agency involvement. All findings and recommendations are documented at the end of the study. If a build alternative is selected, then the project moves forward into the design phase. If additional land is required for the project, right-of-way is acquired after the design phase, followed by the project's construction phase before completion. The study limits extend from south of County Road 532 to north of the I-4 State Road 429 interchange, and includes the portion of I-4 between exit 58 and exit 62. The project is located within Polk and Osceola counties. The study will evaluate existing and future traffic conditions to determine the need and type of improvements. For this study, we will forecast traffic to the year 2050. This evaluation will identify the best location for a new alignment extending Poinciana Parkway to connect to I-4 and State Road 429, including modifications to the future County Road 532 interchange, the existing I-4 State Road 429 interchange, and modifications that may be required at Sinclair Road to connect to State Road 429. Over the last 10 years, Osceola County was the fastest growing county in the state. As this chart shows, the population of Osceola County has grown by over 200,000 people over the last 20 years, and is expected to grow by another 200,000 people over the next 20 years to over 600,000 people. If nothing is done, the existing roadways in the study area would not be able to accommodate the expected increase in traffic. To accommodate this growth, there are several PD&E design and construction projects near this PD&E study. The most important projects relative to this study include the State Road 429 PD&E study from north of I-4 to Sidell Road, and the Central Florida Expressway Authority's design project for Poinciana Parkway from Ronald Reagan Parkway to County Road 532. Other projects include I-4 beyond the Ultimate, widening County Road 532, and widening Old Lake Wilson Road over I-4. These projects alone do not accommodate all of the anticipated traffic increases associated with growth in this region. Additionally, improvements are still needed. Project needs arise from issues and concerns that may frequently slow down traffic, cause delays, or lead to accidents. The need to extend Poinciana Parkway is based on enhancing safety, improving system linkage, accommodating travel demand through the year 2050, improving travel times and reliability, economic and employment viability, and emergency response effectiveness. Improvements to the Poinciana Parkway Extension are needed to enhance safety. Between 2014 and 2018, there were 1,047 crashes along I-4 and 42 crashes along State Road 429 within the study limits. The estimated economic crash cost is about $171 million for I-4 and $14 million for State Road 429 over the 5 years. 6 fatal crashes were reported along the I-4 corridor. 1 fatal crash was reported along State Road 429 within study limits. Between 2014 and 2018, there were 128 crashes along US 1792 and 478 crashes along County Road 532 within the study limits. The estimated economic crash cost is about $25 million for US 1792 and $64 million for County Road 532 over the 5 years. There was 1 fatal crash that has occurred along US 1792. 2 fatal crashes were reported within study limits of County Road 532. Congestion is a major contributing factor to crashes. If nothing is done, congestion will continue to rise, leading to an increase in crashes. The extension of Poinciana Parkway is a crucial project that will complete the missing link of a series of existing and planned roadways connecting I-4 to Florida's Turnpike and State Road 417. The extension of Poinciana Parkway is needed to accommodate future traffic demands and improve travel time reliability. These graphics will illustrate the existing travel pattern on the left and the proposed travel pattern on the right. Travelers from the south will no longer have to take County Road 532 to get to either I-4 or State Road 429, relieving this section of I-4 between County Road 532 and State Road 429. The proposed improvements create a more direct connection between Poinciana Parkway, I-4, and State Road 429. The proposed improvements are expected to cut travel distances in half and reduce travel time substantially during peak periods. The alternatives under consideration include a new alignment from County Road 532 to north of I-4, State Road 429, and modifications to existing interchanges within the study area. This presentation will provide additional details on both types of improvements, starting with the new alignment. Currently, the Central Florida Expressway Authority is planning to construct Poinciana Parkway with an end at County Road 532. Florida's Turnpike Enterprises' new alignment presented tonight would extend Poinciana Parkway from CFX's future Poinciana Parkway terminus at County Road 532 to Interstate 4. The new connection with I-4 and State Road 429 would require capacity improvements to State Road 429 between I-4 and Sinclair Road. Extending Poinciana Parkway from County Road 532 to connect to I-4 will require avoiding impacts to a Florida gas transmission, or FGT, and Gulfstream gas facilities located within the study area adjacent to the I-4 State Road 429 interchange. Alternative 1 avoids the FGT facility using a bifurcated mainline configuration to extend the Poinciana Parkway mainline north from County Road 532 to I-4. The new alignment bifurcates or splits near Sullivan Road to carry the northbound mainline lanes north of the FGT facility and the southbound lanes south of the facility. Alternative 2 avoids impacts to the FGT facility using a non-bifurcated configuration that keeps the northbound and southbound mainline lanes adjacent to each other as they pass south of the FGT facility. Between County Road 532 and the I-4 State Road 429 interchange, the Poinciana Parkway Extension new alignment would consist of 3 12-foot travel lanes in each direction, with 10-foot paved shoulders on the inside and outside of the travel lanes. Right-of-way would have to be purchased to accommodate the new alignment. To accommodate future traffic, enough right-of-way would be purchased to allow the roadway to be widened in the future. This graphic shows the ultimate roadway typical section for Poinciana Parkway within the project limits, which accommodates one additional lane in each direction to create an 8-lane divided roadway between County Road 532 and the I-4 State Road 429 interchange. Now we will cover the proposed interchange modifications at the future CFX County Road 532 interchange, 2 alternatives for the I-4 State Road 429 interchange, and Sinclair Road. We will start with County Road 532. This shows the beginning of the project at County Road 532, where CFX's segment ends and the Florida's Turnpike Enterprise segment begins. The CFX segment is designed to intersect County Road 532 at grade, but this project would remove the temporary tolled CFX ramps to and from the south and elevate the Poinciana Parkway main line over County Road 532 and add new ramps to the north side of County Road 532. The location of the mainline toll site north of County Road 532 has not yet been determined. This concept is the same for all alternatives presented tonight. Now we will cover the proposed interchange modifications at I-4 State Road 429. There are 2 alternatives under consideration. Alternative 1 with the bifurcated mainline configuration, and Alternative 2 with the non-bifurcated mainline configuration. We will provide an overview of key concept considerations used in the development of the alternatives, detail how much of these alternatives connects to I-4 and State Road 429, and then compare them to point out their key features and differences. Currently, FDOT District 5 is building express lanes in the median of I-4 through Orlando and planning to extend those express lanes through this project study area as part of the I-4 Beyond the Ultimate, or BTU project. A key consideration in the development of alternatives at the I-4 State Road 429 interchange is connecting both State Road 429 and Poinciana Parkway to the planned I-4 express lanes and the existing I-4 general use lanes. To avoid the FGT and Gulfstream gas facilities south of I-4, Alternative 1 separates the northbound and southbound Poinciana Parkway lanes to create a bifurcated main line around the facilities. The bifurcated main line includes the ramp connections to I-4. This configuration requires removal of the existing flyover ramps at I-4 as indicated by the red X's. The new flyover ramps for Alternative 1 would need to reach 4 levels high in 2 locations. Alternative 1 offers 4 connections to the future I-4 express lanes, but does not include a connection between Sinclair Road and Poinciana Parkway. Next, we will look at the specific movements Alternative 1 offers. These graphics will illustrate the proposed vehicle movements associated with the improvements with Poinciana Parkway and State Road 429 movements shown in green, I-4 general use lane connections shown in blue, and I-4 express lane connections shown in yellow. Here are the movements and the decision points at I-4 starting with the northbound Poinciana Parkway movements. Northbound Poinciana Parkway traffic would pass over I-4 to merge onto State Road 429 northbound. Northbound Poinciana Parkway traffic desiring to access I-4 eastbound and westbound will exit to I-4 and utilize the general use lanes. Northbound Poinciana Parkway traffic can also exit onto eastbound I-4 express lanes. Southbound State Road 429 traffic would pass over I-4 and merge onto southbound Poinciana Parkway. Southbound State Road 429 traffic desiring to access I-4 eastbound and westbound would exit onto I-4 and utilize the I-4 general use lanes. Southbound State Road 429 traffic can exit onto I-4 and take the westbound I-4 express lanes. Westbound I-4 traffic could continue westbound on I-4, exit to southbound Poinciana Parkway, or exit northbound to State Road 429 via the general use lane connections. Westbound I-4 express lane traffic can continue or exit to southbound Poinciana Parkway via the express lane connection. Eastbound I-4 traffic could continue eastbound on I-4. exit southbound onto Poinciana Parkway, or exit onto northbound State Road 429 via the general use lane connections. Eastbound I-4 express lane traffic continue eastbound via the I-4 express lane or to northbound State Road 429 via the express lane connection. Alternative 2 at I-4 offers all of the same connections as Alternative 1. Alternative 2 differs from Alternative 1 because it keeps the northbound and southbound mainline lanes west of the FGT Gulfstream gas facilities, with only the ramp connections to I-4 passing east of the facilities. This non-bifurcated configuration replaces the existing flyovers at I-4 and would create 4 level bridges in 3 locations. Alternative 2 keeps the existing connections between Sinclair Road and I-4 and includes express lane connections, but does not include a connection between Sinclair Road and Poinciana Parkway. The movements are the same as those shown previously for Alternative 1 at I-4. The key features and differences between the alternatives will be shown in an evaluation matrix later in this presentation. Now we will cover the interchange modifications at Sinclair Road. Both alternatives connect to Sinclair Road in the same way. The existing Sinclair Road ramps would remain, maintaining access between Sinclair Road and either State Road 429 northbound or I-4. Neither alternative allows access to Poinciana Parkway from Sinclair Road. Both alternatives presented will connect to planned improvements to I-4 as part of the I-4 Express Lanes project. These connections would be at I-4's intersection with County Road 532 on the west and at I-4's intersection with World Drive on the east. Both alternatives would connect to I-4 express lanes in the same way as shown on the following graphics. On the project's western end, both alternatives along I-4 include one additional westbound lane approaching County Road 532 compared to the approved I-4 express lanes. The express lanes through this portion of I-4 would be barrier separated through the interchange. At World Drive, both alternatives add a 5th westbound general use lane. Both alternatives also include a 3rd eastbound lane on the collector-distributor system at World Drive. This graphic compares the traffic benefits of the no-build condition, which includes the I-4 express lanes alone, with the build condition, which includes the I-4 express lanes plus Poinciana Parkway Extension project improvements presented tonight. With the proposed I-4 express lanes and Poinciana Parkway Extension, overall intersection operational results indicated a 38% and 23% reduction in total signalized intersection control delay within the area of influence during the 2050 design year morning and evening peak hours, respectively, when compared to the no-build condition. This table shows an evaluation matrix comparing the alternatives under consideration where the proposed Poinciana Parkway Extension would connect at the I-4 State Road 429 interchange. Only the build alternatives meet the project's purpose and need. Both build alternatives would require replacement of the existing flyover ramps and maintain Sinclair Road access to I-4. Neither alternative offers a connection between Sinclair Road and Poinciana Parkway. Both alternatives offer express lane connections between I-4, State Road 429, and Poinciana Parkway. The main difference between the two build alternatives is the bifurcation of the Poinciana Parkway main line. Alternative 2's non-bifurcated configuration requires one additional 4-level bridge as compared to Alternative 1. Both alternatives improve traffic operations and safety and complete the missing link in the planned regional expressway system. The no-build cost of $353 million only includes adding express lanes to I-4 within the project limits. This express lane cost, which ranges from $367 to $378 million for the build alternatives, has been included in the total Poinciana Parkway Extension construction cost estimate, which ranges from $1.43 billion for Alternative 1 and $1.53 billion for Alternative 2. This table compares build Alternative 1's bifurcated main line to Alternative 2's non-bifurcated main line. Alternative 2 has less right-of-way and wetland impacts as compared to Alternative 1, but Alternative 1 has less impacts to conservation lands. Both alternatives have anticipated impacts to protected species and their habitats. Wetland mitigation costs are lower for Alternative 2, but construction costs are lower for Alternative 1. As part of the study of alternatives presented, Florida's Turnpike Enterprise is evaluating the potential social, natural, physical, and cultural effects of the project and of each alternative. The features listed are just some of the types of analysis included in this PD&E study. Avoidance or minimization of impacts to these features is a key consideration. Impacts that cannot be avoided will be mitigated. Public involvement is a very important part of the PD&E study process. Various outreach methods will take place throughout the life of the PD&E study. 3 public meetings will be held for this study. Today's meeting, the Alternatives Public Information Meeting, is the second meeting for this study. The first meeting, the Public Kickoff Open House, was held in June 2021, and the third meeting will be the public hearing. In addition to the scheduled public meetings, other outreach methods include the distribution of newsletters, information posted on the project website, www.poincianaextension.com, and other meetings with stakeholders and small groups. Throughout this study, Florida's Turnpike Enterprise will coordinate with the Central Florida Expressway Authority, the Reedy Creek Improvement District, Metro Plan Orlando, and Osceola and Polk counties. After tonight's meeting, we will review public comments in conjunction with the social, cultural, environmental, and engineering factors to reach a recommendation on a preferred alternative. The preferred alternative will then be presented to you at the public hearing, tentatively scheduled for the end of this year. This study is expected to be completed by the summer of 2023. Please note that this schedule is subject to change, and this project's subsequent phases, including design, right-of-way acquisition, and construction, are not currently funded. Your comments are essential to this process and will help Florida's Turnpike Enterprise understand your concerns and suggestions for improvements. We encourage you to provide a written comment tonight, or if you prefer, you may mail your comments or submit by email. All contact information is also included in the project handout. You can also submit your comments directly through the project website. The website address is www.poincianaextension.com. We would appreciate your written comments by March 10th, 2022. For more information, attendees of the virtual meeting can submit a question via the GoToWebinar question box, or using one of the previously mentioned communication methods after the meeting. All attendees may also review the project information posted on the project website, which includes all of the information presented at tonight's meeting. In-person attendees may also ask questions to Turnpike representatives and review the aerial maps and other exhibits on display. After this meeting, if you would like to speak with someone, please contact one of the Turnpike representatives as noted in your handout. Thank you for your interest in the Poinciana Parkway Extension PD&E study. From south of County Road 532 to north of the I-4 State Road 429 interchange. And thank you for taking the time to participate in this meeting.